You wouldn't happen to have some time on your hands, would you, Clive? Only I was wondering if you might help me with something else.
Don't tell me. Another unruly dominant.
Not quite, but a dangerous foe nonetheless. It promises to be quite a hunt. Care to join me?
All right. Tell me about our quarry.
A fiendish, cold-blooded beast known as a Givra. Normally, we leave such animals well alone, and for good reason. But I have an even better reason to want its tongue.
Its tongue.
If you'll permit me, tributary, I can explain.
Certainly, Yamila.
It's been over a week since me sister gave birth to her first child, yet she still isn't back on her feet. We've tried everything to restore her spirits, physics and nostrums, the laying on of hands and of leeches, but all to no avail. The healers tell me there's only one hope left. A broth as potent as its ingredients are perilous to procure.
It isn't only Yamila's sister who stands to benefit from this, by the way. There's her baby to think of, and Walias, too. She'd agreed to be his wet nurse, you see.
I'd be glad to help.
Thank you. Our hunters have no shortage of skill, but this task calls for more than that. And it won't be achieved through weight of numbers either. The Givra is as wary a foe as it is a deadly one. 2 hunters might catch it unawares, but any more than that, and it would pick up our scent a league away.
Then it is decided. The 2 of you will go, while Jill and I occupy ourselves here.
Perhaps we might help prepare the broth.
That would be most kind of you.
Come then, Clive. The river of time flows fast, and so must we. There's a Givra that has claimed the ruins at the foot of the mountain as its hunting ground. But as I say, they are wary creatures. We'll need suitable bait to draw it out. The flesh of a forest ibex should suffice.
To the forest, then.
There's nothing a Givra loves more than a fat haunch of ibex.
There speaks the voice of experience. Hunt often.
Since I was a girl, my father would take me.
My lord, might I have a moment of your time? I would beg of you a service.
Certainly. What is it?
It's a long story. But before we get to that, would I be right in thinking Lady Shula told you about the witch from the north?
Yes. She said that your ancestors found her here, and that it was she who taught them the spell to stop time. She was like Walias, you know. A dominant. The Warden of Ice.
My great-grandmother suspected as much. She cared for the poor woman when the end was near. And it was she whose duty became to attend her grave. A duty that was passed down to me.
I see. And the service you would beg of me?
Well, until recently, the path to the grave had long been blocked by a fallen tree. But when our woodsmen finally found time to move it, we quickly realized it might have been better had they not. On trying to clear the rest of the path, you see, we discovered that a flock of bloodthirsty beasts had claimed the cliffs beyond. None of us was a match for them. But you, my lord, have proven your strength many times over. Would you drive them away for us?
Of course. I'll see the path is made safe.
Thank you, my lord. The grave is in a place called Witch Drop. To reach it, one must turn left at the Winged Wains, then follow the path around to the right, deep into the forest.
Why so far from Haven?
It was where she lived. When our ancestors first came to Mysidia, they found her there, in an old abandoned village, and it was her heartfelt wish to return there in death. So when she passed away, my great-grandmother had a stone erected for her on the cliffs overlooking the place she once called home.
How thoughtful. Well then, no time like the present. Left at the ships, then round to the right, you said.
Just so. Thank you once again, my lord. I will join you at the grave anon.
It is good to have him back.
Yes? Flawless. There.
My friend, I have news. I think I might have found a way to break Talor's curse.
Go on.
Well, after listening to the village elders and scouring every likely-looking tome in the library, I learned that not all Tombries are the same little green menaces we know and loathe. Apparently, a chosen few live to incredible ages and grow to many times the size of their counterparts. The folktales hold that it's the very eldest of these, the Tombury kings,
You're
who
not
weave
Ed.
the curses, and that their
You're not
magics
Ed.
bind their victims to them, that they might continue to feed on their pain.
So if we slay the one that cast the curse, the feeding will cease.
But that was my
Yeah,
thinking.
you let me
Yes.
forget. You never went to your check-in either,
Though I
though.
doubt it'll be easy. These kings are
You
not
never
just
went to your
bigger, they're
check-in either, though.
stronger too. And if the tales are true, their followers will defend
Uh-huh.
them to the
You
death.
never asked.
It is a perilous
Yeah, you
proposition,
never
in
asked.
short. But it may also be Talor's only
Don't
hope.
forget, you know.
What say
People
you?
get stoned all the time. Oh my God, what a crime to not be able to remember things.
I'll do it. Even if killing this
Why'd you call me
king
off Ed's
doesn't break
part?
the curse, Mysidia will be a safer place for its removal.
Thank you.
What Ed
So
want?
then, where will I find it?
Okay.
That, alas, I do not know.
He
It must have
doesn't need his
woven the
phone.
curse at the altar in Father's Fell, but as to where it is now...
Fanet, you were the
Bye.
one asking about Tonberries, right? Because there's a whole bloody army of them out on the cloak.
What? But why would they stray so far? And why now?
There's only one way to find out. I'll head up the mountain and see what's going on.
Right. Thank you. And please, be careful.
Hey, mister, over here! Please, mister, you've got to help us. The village is in danger, and if someone doesn't do something... you should have seen it.
Stop. Take a deep breath and tell me everything. Starting with your name.
Sorry. My name's Eirik. When you went up to the Erev with Miss Shula, well, I followed you.
You could have been killed.
Lady Shula told us you lot were great warriors, so I thought I'd be alright if I stayed close like. But then I lost track of you in the woods, and that's when I saw it.
Saw what?
A great, big, dripping, drooling monster. Spitting out great spouts of water it was, that were tearing up the ground and cutting down trees.
Spouts of water? I don't recall seeing anything like that in the forest.
Well, I did, and I don't ever want to see it again. You'll get rid of it, won't you?
All right. If this creature is as terrible as you claim, it could well pose a threat to the village. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, mister. It was over by the Swift one that I saw it. Maybe it's still there.
Then that's where I'll start my search. But this time, you're going to stay here. Understood?
I wouldn't go through those gates for 1,000 gil. Not with that thing out there. Good luck, though.
When you've decided what you want, just let me know.
Okay.
Well, if you're sure you need it. I'll be here.
Sure, I needed it. Might have been a bit of a stretch, but
Found her. They're almost at the gate. But they won't be coming any closer. That should buy Haven some time at least.
Clive, are you all right?
Fine. We've taken care of the immediate threat.
Thank the tides. I was worried I was going to lose you both. Talor, he took a sudden turn for the worse just after you left.
What? Is he?
No, he's hanging on. I fear the Tombury King may have begun the cursing ritual again. In earnest this time. And I can't imagine their being here as a coincidence. I think it might be happening on this very mountain.
If it is, it won't be for long. Get back to Talor. I'm going up.
My thanks. I shall pray for both of you.
Ambrosia. More of them. Come on then. I crave an audience with your king. Another group. They don't look very regal. It's over. Stay down. Still no sign of the king. Could Fanad have been wrong? There's dozens of them. The king must be close. We'll have to take care of his followers first. slow. It's over. Looks like that's the last of them. Out here, anyway. But beastmen do like dark places. Yeah! Time to fight. Thanks, Gal. Good girl. Don't get surrounded. Keep me safe. Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. All right. Well, I'll be damned.
I'll be damned too. Another big ass one waiting to be killed.
It even has a crown. Sorry, Your Majesty, but your reign ends here.
Holy shit, maybe if he don't kill us first. He disappeared before I could hit him with this. That motherfucker.
Nice try.
The weakness. I'm not used to enemies being able to just vanish out the spot.
It's done. Which means the curse should be broken. Let's see how Talor's doing.
Clive! Is it done then?
It is. I was going to ask if there had been any change in Talor's condition, but judging by that smile on your face, I think I already know the answer.
You do? Talor! He's back!
Thank you, my lord. I can never repay you for everything you've done for me. I owe you my life.
I'm just glad the curse is lifted. There is one thing I'd like to know, though. If you don't mind my asking. What made you seek the Tombury's help in the first place?
Oh, that... well, you deserve to know. It was years ago now, back in my trading days. The Sons of Greek arrested me in Oriflamme, chained me up in a lightless cell with a great sword hung over my head, ready to fall if I didn't confess. Though they never said to what. I didn't, of course. So eventually they just let me go. And I never told a soul. Tried to forget it ever happened. But then you came along and the sight of your sword brought it all flooding back. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't hardly breathe, and I thought that if I gave my old chain to the Tomburys, maybe they could take all that pain away. All that anger. But it only made it worse.
Oriflamme has fallen. And the men who tortured you likely fell with it.
If only I'd known, I might have spared everyone a lot of trouble. I'd convinced myself that you were like them, that all outsiders were the same, but you're not. Far from it. Thank you, son. Thank you.
Clive, there's something I need to tell you. After we parted ways on the path to the cloak, I went straight back to Talor and explained to him what you were doing on his behalf. And just like that, his pain began to fade.
What do you mean? Just like that? The Tombury King would have still been alive. I had to contend with dozens of his minions before I found him.
Then, perhaps one of them warned him of your coming and he broke off his ritual. Or, perhaps, knowing that an outsider was fighting for him was what lifted the weight from Talor's heart. I know, from experience, that many illnesses are not wholly physical, but of the spirit, at least in part.
Was there ever really a curse then? Or was Talor simply suffering from the pain of his memories? And the guilt of what he'd done? For all the difference it makes. I suppose we'll never know.
Maybe not. But this much I do know. It was your strength and your selflessness that healed his heart in the end.
I'll be sure to tell my healer friend when I get home.
I'm ready for bed. Let's get you to bed. Yeah, you're a Quaker. Quaking away like no other. Off to bed with you.
Yes? A good tide to you.
Is that the hunter?
It's you. Nasef's savior.
Are you all right? What happened?
I was tracking an ibex when a great spout of water struck me square in the back. Sent me flying all the way across the clearing.
Did you see what made it?
No. All I heard was a noise. An ear-splitting din.
Might this be the culprit? Leave him to us. You've caused enough trouble.
Wasn't worth very much.
Well, that wasn't too bad. Hardly a threat to the village, but you can't blame the boy for being scared.
You made that look a lot easier than it was.
Do you think that was the beast which attacked you?
That thing? Not a chance. Would have heard it coming a league away. And the blast of water that hit me was beyond anything an Archelon can manage.
Oh. A boy from the village sent me in search of a beast that could conjure such things, but...
That's it. That's the noise I heard. Sounded like it came from the ruins.
I'll go. You head back to Haven and see a healer. What do we have here? Found her. Something's been busy. Whatever this creature is, it's out for blood. But it's not having ours. Stay close, Torgal. Where are you? Fragment of Wallis's rage. I should have known. Time to put you to bed too.
Motherfuckers got me distracted. Fuck that. Oh,
Fingers crossed that's the last of them. Either way, I should let Eric know the danger is past. For now, at least.
Martin Luther King's dreams were achievable. I'm in my house. Where are you at? Yeah, no, right. Okay. Me and you have been different conversations with Shane Ogle. What conversations have you been having? I mean, mine did too, but I don't think it took the same left-hand turn for some reason. No, see, not the left-hand turn. How was that? You should go over and see Ogle. Make sure he's okay. Well, it sounds like you need to go over there and hang out with Shane Ogle.
How many times do we have to tell you? You're not to go out.
You're back.
So? Did you find the fiend that attacked me and young Eirik here?
I did.
Yeah,
trouble
go hang out with Shane Ogle. Sounds
Yes.
great.
I knew you'd get it.
no,
because you
man,
warned me
sounds
of its
good
existence.
stuff your alley.
Not that you should ever have learned of its existence,
Hey,
but
hey, you can drive.
all's well that ends well, I suppose.
To the grocery store when it
What
looked
was
worse
it
than it does
anyway?
now.
A manifestation of Leviathan's power.
Nah,
When we
it
visited
was pretty
Wallius in
bad
the
before they
surge, he
straightened the road.
was angry and afraid. The
It
icon
was already
summoned these
frozen. It
creatures for
hadn't got
his
above
protection.
freezing yet when me and Mackenzie went to the
Though why
store.
one would be wandering the ruins of Riversmeet, I don't know.
Maybe he
Yeah,
was looking for his mum. That's why she died, isn't
it wasn't slush.
The falls.
It was ice.
The falls?
The TV.
Aye. When they took her baby,
That's what happens when you play video games.
she threw herself off the top. We go
Yeah,
there once a
yeah.
year to pay our respects.
You apparently had a
The
little
whole
talk to
village.
Ogle about him shoving stuff up his ass, and you going over there to
Maybe he
see
is
it.
a part of its master's spirit.
Jay shoving stuff up his ass.
Wallius wouldn't have been aware of what had happened to his mother, would he?
Well, either way, you did us a favor.
Hey man, I see
leaving
why
the
she was
rest.
wanting y'all over here. The sodomizer definitely helping with
And
that.
Wallius. Thank you.
Aye. Thanks, mister.
No. Well, I mean, after you betray them like that, I guess it would happen. Huh.
Ready, go?
Just in his sensitive balls, it's too much for you, huh? I don't know.
Faster.
Nah, man. You need to go over there, hang out with them some more, and learn more about their lives.
This should be the path to Witchdrop. Hungry dog.
Well, they're not today. Okay. You could make a Christmas miracle for them. Maybe you could help desensitize Justin's nuts. Why? Why? Because you're scared of the snow?
And here's our welcoming party.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Oh. No, doesn't even make her own snowballs to throw at you? I mean, what you mean? Well, ain't that nice? I don't know, man. Not near as much firing against us as they're firing against themselves. That is hilarious. But yeah, they're bored. Imagine sitting at their house drinking that wine. Oh, yeah. Why don't y'all take Fudge's truck out to the lake and do donuts, Ed? Because Fudge didn't want to. Fudge seemed against it. What? The heater doesn't blow. Yeah. I have a blower motor, I just never got around to putting it in it. Yeah. It was perfectly fine in the Chevy though. But the Chevy ain't made to go out on the lakes. Apparently Fudge's Dodge is though, so you should take Fudge's Dodge out there. I wouldn't ask Fudge though. I don't think he's cool with it. But Mackenzie is.
Looks like that's the last of them. Now, where's the grave?
Yeah, see? Oh, pretty sure you just die once. I mean, that's one of those things that are either done or not done. Either you're dead or you're not dead. I don't think there's an in between.
This must be it.
My lord.
No, you're going out Shad Ogles.
Thank you
Or the
for
lake.
making the path
Whichever
safe
one of you
again.
choose.
Easy.
What?
Was that
That's
her
when
name?
all the fun is.
Yes. Hardly
I
the
mean,
most
just think
fitting
about the
tribute for a
things you could
dominant, is
witness
it?
over at Shad
A
Ogles tonight.
rough-hewn stone with naught but a given name engraved on it. But my ancestors had only been here a matter of weeks when she passed. Every day was a struggle to survive. They had neither the time nor the energy to devote to a more elaborate memorial.
You can have that tonight after you
Yet
go
they
back from
spared what they
Shad
could to
Ogles or
grant her
tomorrow.
wish, that even in death she might continue to watch over her home.
She lived down there then, in the ruins.
That's right. They were once the
This
living
is not a
graves
slow
of those who
stroke.
served up in the temple. When the Northern Thanes sent her here to weave her spell, this was where she and her retinue stayed. There were priests, handmaidens,
Later.
and a knight sworn to shield her from harm. Of course, they were all gone by the time my ancestors arrived, fled or dead in the Western Wars.
All except Isay, who remained till the end. Alone.
Indeed. At least, that is the story as it's been handed down in Haven. But there is an epilogue to the tale. One known only to Lady Shula and myself. Some years after Issei's passing, you see, my grandmother came here to tend the grave and found a stranger kneeling before it. A knight, dressed head to toe in plate. She asked of him who he was and whence he had come, but received no answer. The only words he spoke were, "Tell me true, whose grave is this?" So she told him of how her people had met and cared for Issei, and how she had died. His only reaction was to stare up at the air of hours in silence. Then he left, never to be seen again.
You said he was wearing plate. Was it black and gold?
Do you know something of him?
When we went up to the Air of Hours to unravel the spell, we were set upon by a shade in the shape of a knight in full plate. It manifested in front of the Vare, and in its ether, I felt Shiva, the witch.
You think this may have been the same man my great-grandmother met? XVI's knight?
I don't know. Maybe. All I can say for sure is it was intent on protecting her creation.
Or perhaps her spirit? What remained of her ether, preserved in the Vare? Perhaps his spirit too became enraveled in her spell, frozen in an eternal vigil.
Till we ended it.
If the shade you fought was XVI's knight, then ending it was the greatest gift you could have given him. Now he can return to the sea, to be with his lady once more. And if his spirit should ever return here to visit her grave, I shall ask his name, that I might carve it in the stone next to hers.
That they might be together. Once and for all.
These will do nicely. Return to the sea, and to the clouds rise again.
We have our bait then. What next?
Next, we pay a visit to the Dark Gate to pick some local weed. It'll help disguise our scent. should be a sprig or two of loco weed growing somewhere around here. Look for the golden leaves.
Is this it?
Aye, that's the stuff. Crush the leaves between your fingertips and rub them on your clothes.
If you insist. You could have warned me about the smell.
Like corruption, isn't it? We'll have an honor guard of flies before long. But it'll stop the Givra from noticing us. Its nose will tell it we're nothing but a feast for worms.
Oh, I feel so much better.
We can wash it off afterwards. If there's one good thing about the Givra choosing the ruins for its hunting ground, it's that there's plenty of fresh water nearby.
Where should we lay the bait?
Givras are creatures of habit. Look for some sign of its passing. It's sure to return to the same place sooner or later.
Marking its territory.
Something was. A curl, maybe.
YOLO. The what? What? What's going on here? Oh. Okay. I'm comprending now. No, what? Oh. Were they calling to explain how Shay was not going to sodomize Olga in the most painful way possible? Is that why they called
Too
you?
small to belong to a Givra.
You're right. They're barely big enough to belong to a Givra's breakfast.
No, no, I don't believe you do. See. Not all. No, he just added an exception in there. Funny enough. Them exceptions are super important. Yeah, that's correct. Well, then it's a guy with tits.
But not a Givras. The wounds are too clean, too small.
These look like a predator's tracks. You can clearly make out the claws.
But not just any claws. These belong to a Givra. There's no mistaking them. We'll lay the bait here.
Let's hope our friend is hungry. Still no sign.
Patience, Clive. Hunting's not something you can rush.
Have you stalked these beasts before?
Once. Givras are fast, so the job called for a bearer. But even with my knack, it was a close-run thing.
Not many leaders would take such risks for their people.
Says the man who battled an icon to save a boy he barely knew. It is the way of the moats of water to use what gifts we've been given for the good of all. And I gather it's your way too.
It was Sid, the man whose name I bear. He fought for his people and their future with every fiber of his being. And I'm just following in his footsteps. In many ways, you remind me of him.
Me? You're confusing daring with desperation. Quiet. Something's coming. Our guest has finally arrived.
Shall we greet him?
It'd be rude not to. Don't let it escape.
weren't exaggerating when you said they were dangerous.
They're forces of nature, all right. O roaring torrent, son of storms, may your spirit run free in the open ocean. This flesh I claim, that your gifts might rain down upon us this day, and our river flow in spate once more. Well then, let's return to the village. We must get this tongue to Yamila before it spoils.
Tributary, my lord. Did all proceed as planned?
It did. Here. One Geaver tongue, as promised.
Oh, thank you. I shall add it to the broth at once. By your leave, tributary.
If there is anything else that we can do to help, you need only ask.
No, no. You've already done more for my family than I can ever repay.
Just as you have, Clive, for my family. I only regret that I have nothing to offer you in return but my gratitude.
It's more than enough. Besides, I'm no less grateful to you.
For what?
For welcoming my friends and I into your
I can
midst.
do something fun.
For showing us how your
What do you
people
want to do?
live.
Open it up. No, that's not. No.
That the world
That
we
sounds
strive
awful.
to create.
Honey,
Bearers
honey,
can
go
live
fucking
alongside their fellow
jumping.
men in peace and
Throw a
comfort.
bunch of kids up in the air real high.
Is no
We can
mere
all
fantasy.
sit on the toilet and see if our
I'd
dicks
hardly
touch the
call it
water.
comfort.
Mine
Every
does
day
not.
is a struggle. Though we do at least struggle together, it's true.
Points up when I
As must
know
we
what I
all.
mean? Like it does not. There's
I only ask that you
Does it
remember the
point up
cost
or
of
does
using your
you're
gifts as a
inside?
bearer.
It depends on
I
how
know
cold it is.
You feel it's your
It
duty
can't be,
to
and I
do
can't
whatever
play
you
that game.
can
That's not fun.
to help your people. But you have a child to
Want a
think
new
about
game?
now, and Wallis has lost enough.
I shall bear that in mind.
No suggestions though, Ed? You said new game.
Oh,
You're supposed to make the
If
suggestion.
there is anything else that we can do to help, well,
Yeah, you said
you
okay.
know.
Nobody else said okay. Only you.
Thank you.
What if we,
Truly.
what if we just see how high we can get? Yeah, well, I can do that. How's the trampoline park? That sounds fun.
Back to urban air, God damn it, Ed. Why didn't you try to find something better?
Snow? No, I fucking hate the snow. That's the Indian, because the Indians are like halfway naked, so. Why don't we get paintball guns and, you know, give one person one that doesn't work and we just shoot them a whole bunch.
I'm down. I got my own paintball gun though. It works. Good hand. Okay, so we'll break heads and we'll all shoot Ed.
Paintball guns and have the big one that don't work, and we can shoot him.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Because he's not in on this conversation.
Well, you know, the last time we voted on Fudge, it never happened, so I vote we vote on someone else.
That's Kinsey. Baby cow be born. That's Chris.
Sounds like she is all up for the fake paintball gun.
So, we can have something fun together. What's fun? You want to, like, go to the mall and walk around and take some pictures? No, let's get crochet.
Do what?
Crochet yarn.
Oh, fuck, you talking about, you old ass woman. Wait, Shay, you want to go to the mall and walk around and take pictures? Yeah. Is that what you just said? Is that your... That's
she doesn't want to be talked about because we're not picky, but she wants to, we're not fucking picky, Shay.
Why not?
Because I'm almost 30. What?
Mall's not really anymore. It's not. Yeah, they said you're only as young as you feel.
The mall's a thing, Ed. You know, I went there to Spirit Halloween.
Well, you're the youngest one out of all of us, Mackenzie, so...
Yeah, Mackenzie's dirty 30's coming up, Shay.
Yeah, Mackenzie's a child. Yeah, that means she's gonna have to get trashed, like Shay.
I'm not getting trashed. Are you kidding?
Aye, it's a dangerous world.